They're all around us. They could live right next door, and they look just like you and me. They're underpaid, underappreciated, and overworked. And then they got their own TV show. This is Teachers. Teachers was a sitcom that ran on NBC in the spring of 2006. It actually managed to broadcast all 6 of its episodes before the network took it away to the chopping block. The series was led by a pre-hangover Justin Bartha back when he was mostly known for being Nicolas Cage's sidekick in the National Treasure movies. If my filmography consisted of being Nick Cage's sidekick, I'd make the jump to TV too. Unless it was that one Nick Cage movie.
What is it? What's wrong, sister?
Anyways, moving on. Teachers is a remake of a similarly named British show starring Andrew Lincoln, now best known to American audiences for playing Rick Grimes on the popular show The Walking Dead. Surely the dumbass I got left on top of Caesar's Palace can live up to his legacy, right? Teachers takes place at an underfunded public school in New Jersey. And now, kids, it's time for the obligatory Jersey Shore joke in 3, 2, 1.
A crow comes and it starts quacking at us. Or not quacking, what's a crow do?
Evidently, the New Jersey school system allows you to graduate high school without knowing what sounds basic farmyard animals make. This show is really going to hurt my soul before this is all said and done, isn't it? Series that's based around teachers, it only makes sense that most of it would take place in a high school, except for a few scenes where the teachers go out to a bar and grade papers. If any actual teachers are listening to this, do me a favor, email me and let me know if you do this, because I call BS. Our boost-swilling Jersey-licious teachers are as follows. First off, we have Justin Bartha as Jeff Cahill, a young and idealistic English teacher that is cool in the way none of your teachers ever were.
Hi, I'm Jeff Cahill.
I have a boyfriend.
That is an unusual name. Do I detect some Native American blood?
Okay, maybe he's not that cool, but aside from some idiotic dialogue, Bartha's character is genuinely likable. He loves his job intensely and is an amazing educator, but masked it by slacking off. You know, instead of going the extra mile and trying to get a raise, like a normal person. All the other characters are pretty much one note. There's Calvin, played by that dude from Psych. He's Jeff's best friend and the school's drama teacher, and he's best known for getting caught up in Jeff's wacky shenanigans. And that's generally it. Also, I'm not saying this because anyone that likes drama has to be gay, but I think he has a bit of a crush on Jeff. I mean, look at this clip.
The reason why I volunteered too.
Oh.
No, you didn't. When?
I don't know, when you weren't with me.
When wasn't I with you?
There must have been a time when you had to go to the bathroom or something.
Oh, right, this morning. Yeah. Why didn't you have to go?
Honestly, who would ever have a best friend that's so freaking clingy anyway?
Dude,
What the
I'm
hell?
here for you.
What are you doing?
Well, I have a patient dying outside, but you said best friend. I'm here for you, bro.
Get out!
What are you doing?
It's personal. Get out! Shut the door! Sorry about that. Where was I? Right, characters. Next up we have love interest. That's right, plural. How does someone as Weasley looking as Justin Bartha get 2 when all I have in my life is Skippy McFirecrotch back there? First off, there's Alice. She teaches history, and on top of that, she's British. And that's it. That's all there is to her character. I'm sure the Brits were so thrilled that we remade their show with such a stunning character as tribute.
Okay, how can I say this? Name something that you can't resist.
A perfectly brewed pot of tea.
It's funny, because she's British. Do you get it? Honestly, Jeff, she has as much personality as cardboard. Move on. Maybe go for that sexy new Hispanic substitute, Miss Torres? That's inexplicably played by an Iranian actress. All of her jokes either center around her Hispanic heritage or her assets. Roll the clip.
Tina, are you eating at Headlights? Headlights? Oh, is that what this restaurant is called? I don't understand. Can you imagine having to wear a uniform like that? It's so degrading. What are you doing here? Starting my shift.
Wouldn't it be weird for a kid to run into one of their teachers working at a Hooters joint? Thankfully, though, kids don't usually...
And kids eat free.
Well, there's that. Let's move on, shall we? The cast is rounded out by the gym teacher, Mr. Green, who's basically the residential pervert of the place.
Hey, what are you two wimps doing in here? Everyone else is working out in the gym.
Hey, what happened to your,
It's a sports bra, Dick. It pushes them down.
There's also the principal, whose main characteristic that I've noticed is blinking way, way, way too much.
Now, as many of you know, I usually appoint the chairs. But when Mr. Babbitt and Ms. Fletcher both expressed interest, I decided to open the floor to the entire faculty. Partly because it's fair, but mainly because I don't want to face any charges of racial bias were it not to choose Mr. Babbitt, who many of you know is black.
Finally, we have Mr. Link, the math teacher. His main characteristic is being a massive parasitic kiss-ass to the principal.
And if I have to choose between an outraged parent who can make a lot of noise in the community and you two clowns...
Let's just say the circus is leaving town.
God, that dude looks familiar. Where have I seen him before?
You ever notice how quickly some people make an impression?
I'm a tool. I'm a tool. I'm a tool, an unbelievably annoying tool.
Yeah.
Holy donkey balls. It's Kelso's parasitic kiss-ass from Scrubs. That is the single most bizarre and awesome typecast I've ever seen. And good for him! Hollywood needs someone to play all the brown-nosers, just like they needed Danny Trejo to play every scary Mexican that's ever been on screen. Characters out of the way, if you can call them that, let's get to the silly plot lines. They were also bland, it kind of just ran together as a blur of Justin Bartha and the black guy from Psych walking around the school. I remember at one point they took a field trip somewhere to get Calvin a girl, and then they had a school Olympics against another school over a bet. Again, teachers, if school Olympics are a real thing, email me and let me know, because I call BS again. You know, the main problem I have with this show is all the unbelievable crap that continues to happen in it. These two numbnuts are driving golf balls around the school, and then twice these two are shown drinking on school grounds. If our teacher so much as said the word damn, they were shipped off to a rehabilitation camp. But maybe that's just because I live in a state that considers Michelle Bachmann an educated woman. Also, there was this clip that kind of concerned me.
Mr. Dugan, I just want you to know that I share your indignation, and I hope these teachers get what's coming to them.
Thank you. Are you a parent too?
Oh, no, I'm not allowed to have children.
Dude, if there's some court out there that's not allowing you to have children, then you sure shit are not allowed to teach them. That's not funny. That's kind of scary and definitely concerning. That, along with basically anything that Mr. Green says, are the lowest points of the show.
I want this getting out, okay? But I went to see the doctor today because I haven't had a physical in 24 years. You know how there's good cholesterol and bad cholesterol? I got what they call buttered cholesterol. That's
not funny, and that's not how it works. But I'd be lying if I said there weren't some funny moments in this show. There were 3. I counted, because I didn't have anything better to do. Here they are.
I am president of the Concerned Parents Association. I can make your life hell.
I'm the principal of a public school. I'm already there.
Ha! That's awesome. And it kind of reminds me of my favorite teacher of all time.
You'll pay for this.
I'm a teacher! Try to collect!
I come from the teen pregnancy capital of the country, and being from here, I am absolutely sure that teachers do this next thing.
All right, who else wants in on a student pregnancy pool?
All right, it's not fair. I don't know all their names. Now, who's the redheaded chick who always wears those really tight capri pants?
That's Bill Franklin. And that's a whole other pool.
I'll put 10 on Susan Garner.
You take her every year.
Yeah, and I'm $30 richer because of it.
And finally, there's this clip.
You, Mr. Cahill. So I guess you agree, testing sucks, but you know what sucks even more than testing?
Maroon 5?
It's funny, because it's true! Underlying throughout the series, there's a love triangle between Mr. Cahill, Miss Torres, and Alice. He seems much fonder of Alice, which is kind of odd because, you know, a normal guy would just go for the ethnic hottie with the big cans. Come on, Jeff, you're letting us all down. Sadly, since the show was canceled, we're left on a cliffhanger about their relationship. Even after Alice tells Jeff that they'll never get together, she goes back and picks up the corsage she had gotten her for their prom chaperone date out of the trash can. How will we ever know if they get together? We'll never know. Why? Love is dead! Why? Why do you do this? Why? You know, this show seems really familiar to me. It has a dark-haired lead that's skilled and idealistic, a black romantic partner, a sexy Latino woman, a blonde that the lead's interested in, an uncaring head of the place, and the kiss-ass from Scrubs. What could it be? Could it be... I don't know. Scrubs! The similarity between the two shows are astounding. If I didn't know better, I'd say they were created by the same guy. And upon further inspection, it turns out that the creator of Teachers is Matt Tarsis, the co-executive creator of Scrubs. So this really is Scrubs Teacher Edition. Didn't we get enough of that crap in the 9th season of Scrubs? So that's Teachers. Did it deserve a last-minute death row reprieve? Or does it really, truly deserve to burn in TV hell? You're gonna burn in hell. This show could have been a lot more than it actually was. The actors all seemed like they were really trying. But despite this, it was an unoriginal, cliched mess. Almost all of the jokes felt forced. It was a cookie-cutter show with one-note characters that shamelessly ripped off of Scrubs, going so far as to even have one of the same actors. The show it stemmed from proves that a show about teachers can be funny. This is just another example that proves to us that Americans need to stop trying to remake British shows. Just because it worked with The Office does not mean that it'll work again. I'm Chris X, taking a look back at shows that are dead and gone. I just want to thank you for watching my video, and, you know, feel free to subscribe or do whatever.
Don't you mean our video?
Shut up! Get out! Why'd you come back? I can't get rid of that kid. But yeah, subscribe, share, thank you, and have a good night.